Beloved, welcome back to Building a Cozy Cabin. Well, it is a beautiful day on the homestead. We are going to take advantage of this nice weather to deal with the big problem, which has been drainage. As I found last week, there was 18 inches of water in the crawl space of the cabin and sitting on a really high water table. So we have moved heaven and earth to fix that, and I have good news to report. But first off, well, let me just take you in there. It has been about 4 or 5 days since we started putting in the French drain. Now this whole foundation is drained, and I'm happy to say it's actually starting to dry up on the inside. So what we had to do, the footing drain was just not making, wasn't moving enough water. It was actually too high. So we had to build a French drain 12 inches below that. Now we're going to continue that on today and put in this cool PVC here. So that's 3034 PVC sewer pipe, and I'm customizing it. This is the way that I used to do old sand filters back in the day, by cutting our own grooves in it. Mr. Jiraiya right there is cutting those. That will let a lot of water in, as well as keep the rigidity of the pipe, and will move water. We want to move the water away from this area, especially that which is coming down off of the roofs. So let me show you inside. It's going to be a little bit dark. I don't know if you can see this, but the water is gone. So it's even starting to dry up a little bit. So thank goodness for that. We're going to put a sump in right over there. It's actually down there, but today we're going to work on that French drain. Let's get our laser set up. Boy, I'm really happy to have such a pretty sunny day. It's been raining, it's so wet. It's been miserable working in the mud. All right, I'll take a little more out. So far, so good, gentlemen. We've got the French drain around the 3 sides here. I'm actually gonna, before we rock it, I'm gonna jump in and just check my grade one last time. We have reached the water table here, so that's good news. It is well below, I guess when it's not draining off the roof, it's well below the footings. So the water here is gonna pretty much tell me what my high and low spots are. I'm gonna put a little lift, a very small lift of gravel in here, and then filter fabric. We got the fabric in. It's 3 layers, so that will act to keep the mud out of the bottom of our custom-made drain pipe here. This is the, of course, schedule 3034 is what we used to call it. With Mr. Jirai cut all those grooves in there, so that's quite a bit of movement. So these grooves, or quite a bit of ingress there. These grooves are going to sit down, laid down to the bottom, and then we'll glue up this 90 and just continue on the whole process all the way around there. Here's a close-up. You can see all the grooves there we cut in there. Those are 1/8 inch. We used to cut those with a hot saw. I don't have one of those, so Jirai just used the grinder on that. So we'll just make sure those are down. Normally, for drain pipe, I'm not going to glue this stuff, but just to assuage the haters, if I don't glue it, they're going to go crazy. But just to troll them, I'm only going to glue one side. That'll set off your autism. Now, we can lay the 3034 in here. Now this trench is all flat. It's all exactly the same elevation. And then when we have a scrap piece, we'll extend that in and drill the cap. Oh, I see.
And then we'll just use gravity to make it straight, you know. So,
Gotcha. Grab this hem.
yes, grab that hem and hold it apart.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that. Got it. That works good. Just tell me when how much you need.
Good there.
Okay. This one, I'm not going to glue at all. It's just not necessary. As long as they're seated. Make sure that's centered. This is sewer pipe that has gaskets in it. When you're just using it for drain, you don't need to fool with these gaskets. They're kind of hard to get started if you don't have a bevel, so no reason to keep those in there. Okay, make sure those are seated. And we'll drop this guy in here, keeping it right in the center. Excellent. Okay, so we'll make up this corner here. Got to count for our bells, 59.5. Tape measures don't last long in excavating. So right here, Mr. Dry, as the rock goes in, I'll just keep this, just fold this down below grade about 4 inches, so just about like that.
I am master of my own house, inside and out. But she's the queen of the castle, she the hat, I the tassel. She makes me more than I am, like the cream to be churned, like a duck at the circus, just beginning to yearn to be shot and taken home, and loved by a girl, like the black velvet rabbit on the wrong side of the world. A plaid bra bikini, sunset behind, you're my love, you so dream.
All right, gentlemen, so here's the idea. The French drain we just put in is right below the eaves. Now, we can't have rain gutters because you don't have rain gutters in the mountains. The snow load is too heavy and it just tears them off. So the idea is all this runoff now is going to come down into this drain. Hopefully. I'm also going to take this soil here and I will backfill it, and I will create a grade down to that and plant that all with grass. So if that plus we have the overhang, so that will drain right to the gravel, and we'll just leave the gravel right up to grade. Okay, I'm going to come to this side of the trench because that's where my backflow preventer is. All right, right on the H. This good? Okay, yeah, so we'll put a piece of, a little access hole there so we can service this thing if ever you ever need to. There's that flapper. You see how that works? This is even replaceable, which is kind of nice. Not that it'll get, well, it'll get a little use. Okay, so you can probably see what's going on a little better here. So this is the footing drain. We got that exposed. That's the one that sits on the bottom of the footing, or the cut, and that's got the backflow preventer, so water can go out, but could never come back in. This is the drain that's below it, or so, almost a foot or so. That is the French drain that will run in daylight down. I'll run another stick of PVC down there, and then I'll convert it to ABS to cross the driveway, and then we'll go corrugated, corrugated, just a solid. But that looks pretty good. Mr. Dry must have cut 1,000 slits today. We've polluted the yard with PVC. It'll be here for, what's the half-life of PVC?
I don't have a big enough brain.
Is there a number?
I'm sure there is.
And then we'll finish rocking all this up here. And hopefully having the 3 sides wrapped will keep the water out. It's getting dry inside, so we will see. All right, gentlemen. Well, that's about it for us today. We're going to clean up, get ready for Thanksgiving. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment, click that thumbs up. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we will see you guys on the next video.